Imagine our planet Earth billions of years ago. It was a time of unimaginable transformation and raw, untamed power. It was a very different place then, a world that would be unrecognizable to us today. There were no oceans, no trees, and no animals. The surface was barren and lifeless, a stark contrast to the vibrant planet we know now. The air was hot and poisonous, filled with toxic gases that would be deadly to any form of life as we know it. Rivers of molten rock flowed across the surface, creating a landscape that was both mesmerizing and terrifying. Volcanoes erupted with incredible force, spewing lava and ash into the sky, shaping the land in violent bursts of energy. This was early Earth, a world of fire and chaos, where the very elements of nature were in constant turmoil. It's hard to believe that this fiery hellscape would one day be home to billions of plants and animals. The transformation from a hostile environment to a thriving ecosystem is one of the most remarkable stories in the history of our planet. But even in this early stage, the seeds of life were being sown. Tiny microscopic organisms began to emerge, setting the stage for the complex web of life that would follow. Deep inside the earth, forces were at work that would eventually lead to the formation of the first oceans and the first living things. These geological processes, driven by the planet's internal heat, played a crucial role in creating the conditions necessary for life to flourish. Over millions of years, the earth cooled. Water vapor condensed to form oceans, and the atmosphere began to change, paving the way for the incredible diversity of life we see today. Our planet, Earth, was born from a giant cloud of dust and gas, a nebula that existed billions of years ago. This cloud was enormous, stretching far beyond the boundaries of what we now know as our solar system. It was a vast expanse of cosmic material. Slowly, this immense cloud began to spin, a gentle rotation that would set the stage for the creation of our solar system. Over the course of millions of years, the force of gravity started to pull the dust and gas particles closer together. This gradual convergence was a slow but relentless process. As the cloud contracted, it began to spin faster and faster, much like a figure skater pulling in their arms during a spin. This increase in rotational speed was due to the conservation of angular momentum. The center of this shrinking cloud became incredibly hot and dense, reaching temperatures and pressures that were unimaginable. This intense heat caused the core to glow brightly. Eventually, the conditions at the core were right for nuclear fusion to begin. This marked the birth of our sun, a new star that would become the heart of our solar system. The newly formed sun's gravity was strong, pulling in more and more gas and dust from the surrounding cloud. This material was drawn toward the sun, feeding its growth. However, not all the material was absorbed by the sun. The leftover gas and dust began to clump together, forming smaller bodies that orbited the sun. These clumps of material collided and stuck together, gradually growing larger. Over time, they formed the planets, including our own Earth, which began its journey as a molten, rocky body in space. Thus, from a simple cloud of dust and gas, our complex and dynamic solar system was born, with the sun at its center and the planets, including Earth, orbiting around it. The early solar system was a chaotic place. There were still many asteroids and comets flying around. these space rocks crashed into the young planets, including Earth. We call this period the heavy bombardment. These impacts were incredibly destructive. They melted rock and sent huge amounts of dust and gas into the atmosphere. But these impacts also played a crucial role in shaping our planet. They brought water and other important elements to Earth, which would be essential for the development of life. As Earth cooled down, something amazing happened. The water vapor in the atmosphere condensed and fell to the surface as rain. It rained for millions of years, filling the first oceans. These oceans were very different from the oceans we know today. They were hot and acidic, but they were also the perfect place for life to begin. Section 5. The Miracle of Life. Scientists believe that life on Earth began in hydrothermal vents. These are cracks in the ocean floor where hot mineral-rich water flows out. The water around these vents is full of chemicals that can provide energy for life. Exactly how life began is still a mystery, but we know that the first life forms were very simple, single-celled organisms. These early microbes were incredibly tough. They could survive in the harsh conditions of the early Earth. And they were the ancestors of all life on Earth today. Section 6. From simple cells to complex life. Over billions of years, life on Earth evolved and diversified. Simple cells gave rise to more complex cells. Eventually, multicellular life evolved. The first plants evolved in the oceans and began to produce oxygen. This oxygen filled the atmosphere, making it possible for animals to evolve. Section 7. The Rise of Animals. About 540 million years ago, there was a dramatic explosion of life in the oceans. This period is called the Cambrian explosion. During this time, most of the major groups of animals that we know today first appeared. From the oceans, life spread onto land. Plants colonized the land, followed by insects, amphibians, and reptiles. Section 8. The Age of Dinosaurs. For millions of years, dinosaurs ruled the earth. These amazing creatures evolved into a staggering variety of shapes and sizes. Some were small and fast, while others were gigantic and powerful. The reign of the dinosaurs came to an end about 66 million years ago, when an asteroid struck the Earth, causing a mass extinction. This event cleared the way for the rise of mammals and eventually humans. Section 9. Our place in the universe. Our planet Earth is a truly remarkable place. It is a unique oasis in the vast expanse of space, teeming with life and natural beauty. It is the only place that we know of where life exists, from the tiniest microorganisms to the largest mammals. Earth supports an incredible diversity of life forms. From its fiery beginnings, marked by volcanic eruptions and tumultuous changes, to the gradual cooling and formation of oceans, Earth's story is one of extraordinary change and diversity. Over billions of years, life has evolved in countless forms, adapting to the planet's ever-changing environment. We, as humans, are a product of this long and incredible journey. Our ancestors adapted and thrived, leading to the development of civilizations and cultures that have shaped the world we live in today. With this legacy comes a profound responsibility. We have a duty to protect our planet and to ensure that it remains a vibrant and life-sustaining world for generations to come. This means taking action to combat climate change, preserve natural habitats, and promote sustainable practices. The future of Earth is in our hands. Every small action we take, from recycling to conserving energy, contributes to the health and well-being of our planet. Let us make sure that we are worthy of its legacy. By working together, we can create a future where both humanity and nature thrive in harmony. Our place in the universe is not just to exist, but to cherish and protect the incredible world we call home.